Okay, I had a request that somebody wanted me to do one more video with the Brinkmann Smoking Grill. So today we're going to go ahead and do pulled pork. So taking a look here, I'm not going to go over the mods because I've already done that in my previous video. But we're just getting the smoker set up. What I do is I go ahead and get the coals hot on the side burner of the barbecue that I have, and you'll notice I do have a wood deck. So you should be fine with smoking on a wood deck, just as long as you just be careful and cautious, and do whatever you can to ensure that you have a fun and safe barbecue. So anyway, you'll notice that as I have the charcoal getting hot on the side burner, I have a bucket down below filled with a little bit of water, in case, because a little hole in the middle of the burner, in case any of the small pieces of charcoal fall down, that they don't fall into the deck and stuff. And what's usually a good thing to do as well is just maybe even just take a hose and just water down the deck a little bit. But the pan system I had there works very well for keeping all the ash and everything together. So anyway, at this point we'll go ahead and stop, and then I'll show you the pork that we're cooking up. Alright, the coals are just about ready, so I'm going to get ready to put those on and then put the unit on top of the coals. So let me just show you real quick how I'm going to set the inside of this up. The water pan, got a tip from JB on his one of his videos, and then also from other sites, that the water really isn't needed. It's kind of uses a heat sink to a certain extent, but this unit really doesn't need it. So what I've done is, on the inside of there's just ceramic briquettes in there, and then I've went ahead and covered that with a foil so that any drippings doesn't get on the bricks and cause, make it all messy. So the bricks stay nice. And so even though this has two racks on it, I'm going to go ahead and put both butts on the top rack so that I have consistent cooking on both. And for the bottom rack, I'm going to be getting this aluminum pan here, and I'm going to put that in here, and that's going to catch the drippings. The drippings you want to keep, because once you finish the pulled pork, you're going to pour that in there with the sauce the mop sauce and stuff. So you definitely don't want to lose that. So once that's on there, then I just go ahead and put the top grill on. Let's see, and that's going to be the internal setup. Okay. Alright, so to prep the meat, all we need is just essentially just one thing at this point, just the rub. We do a dry rub on this, it works really well. And then during the process while it's cooking, we'll be hitting it with a wash of apple juice and apple cider vinegar, and that's it. So this is a lot of meat right here. This is two shoulders, and so what we do is we cook it. We'll have pulled pork for dinner tonight, but the rest, what I do is I vacuum seal it and use it actually for carnitas. And the pulled pork is really good, but the carnitas is insanely good. So I'll talk about that more later on. So let me go ahead and get the meat all ready to go. Alright, well, the butts have been well seasoned. Definitely got the rub all over there. So this stuff I use is just one of the local stores, barbecued pulled pork seasoning. This one is really good. It's got a good sweet brown sugary taste to it. So it just, once you put the sauce on it, the sweetness of the rub with the vinegary sauce, which I'll be talking about, really goes well together. So some of the big name brand stuff doesn't do justice. Just go ahead and try some of the little local store stuff, whatever they have, and you'll be surprised with what you get. With both these at this time, I only have one digital thermometer. That should be fine because I'm cooking them both the same, and they're roughly the same size, and I'm going to be cooking the snot out of these. If you don't have a digital thermometer, this is kind of a must-have for the smoker. If you're going to do stuff like this for long ranges and you want to make sure you get it cooked well. Most people say 185 is the internal temp you want on those, but I've noticed that the way I like it is even a little. I try to go with a 200 at least internal temp, and it doesn't hurt the meat at all. Because once it's cooked on the outside, it's kind of sealed up, and just you get a much better bark on it. Maybe it just has to be with geography. Sometimes if you live close to the ocean or different elevations, that can affect it. But 185 is a bare minimum, but we're going to shoot for at least 200, 205, somewhere in that range. So we're just waiting for the smoker to start smoking, and then we'll go ahead and flop these big old butts on there. Alright, so we've got the butts on there. It's starting to smoke pretty good. So you see I've got the temperature gauge set up. Internal temp right now is 46. So we're going to go ahead and put the lid on, and in an hour or so we'll get a little bit of the apple juice and apple cider vinegar wash on there. So now it's the waiting game. So taking a look now, the temperature has definitely settled down. We're at about the 250 range, which is right about where we want it. You usually like to smoke at 225, but with these big old butts, 250, right in that 250 range is going to be real fine. See, I'm getting a real good smoke off it. Again, just using the handful of wood chips rather than the chunks, but the chunks are fine too. So anyway, what they say is usually you just smoke this thing until you just keep doing smoke until it gets an internal temp of about 150 or so, and then after that it's really not gonna you're not gonna get much of a smoke ring after that, and it's just gonna maybe make the meat taste a little bitter, and it's a waste of wood chips. So if it's not gonna penetrate, why burn the wood chips? So anyway, this unit now still with the handful has been smoking for about 20, 30 minutes. So anyway, we'll just go ahead and keep an eye on her. Alright, 9 hours later, and the pork shoulders are done. So you can see the nice bark on them there. Again, all I was doing was every hour spraying it with a mixture of equal parts apple cider vinegar and apple juice, and it came out beautiful. Nice bark on there. So they just got pulled off. So what we do right now is then go ahead, wrap them up with foil. You got to let them rest. Got to let the fat kind of congeal a little bit, and just get everything, keep all the juices kind of centered out. So we'll go ahead and wrap them up, and then start pulling them. So we still have the drippings. I have those off to the side, and we're not going to get rid of those. So that's really important to hold on to that. So all right. So I got one of the butts done. There's the other one right there, and it's all shredded up. I have the bear claws to use, but actually the best thing to use is the good old hands for shredding it up. And I went ahead and mixed the red sauce in there. I don't need to do the recipe on that, because just go to the Barbecue Pit Boys. It's their recipe. It's kind of a vinegary red sauce. It's really good, real easy to do. You can kind of manipulate it to whatever flavor you want, but it works out really great. So that's with the red sauce mixed in, and half of the drippings. The other half will be when I mix that one up there, and we'll be doing carnitas with those. What we'll do is we'll just shred that up and vacuum seal it, and then have carnitas for a long time. So what I would say, that's even better than even though the pulled pork is by itself really good. Just taking this and then as leftovers, and then just putting it in a wrought iron skillet with a little bit of oil to fry it up, and then just serving it with soft taco shells, or you can do hard ones, doesn't matter. And usually what I use is I'll do just cilantro, chopped onion, like a white onion, lemon juice, just squeeze lemon on the top, and a little bit of your favorite hot sauce, and that's all you need, man. It's so good. So anyway, enjoy.